Hello, I'm Krista Gibson, and this is Growing Older and Wiser. I want to talk about something that I feel is really important for us as elders, a way for us to look at society and at the world that perhaps is really different than when we were in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. And that is this. There's a lot going on in the world today. When I'm recording this, we still have the fires blazing in Southern California. We've got person starting to be the president of the United States in a couple of days, a person that has been convicted of felonies, on and on. And, there's just things that you can look at, and many people in their personal lives have so much going on that it can get to be overwhelming. And you can sit there and go, oh my God, what am I going to do? And how am I going to handle this? And one of the things two things I want to point out. One is because you are an elder. What that means is you've lived through some pretty tough times. I will agree with you because you're probably saying, but Krista, there's never been a time like this. I kind of sort of agree. We'd have to go way back in history and pour through some things. But I will admit to you, this is, pretty bad. Pretty challenging is the best word to use. However, we have lived through a lot in our lives to get to where we are now. And we have dealt with a lot of different challenges, whether they were personal situations or situations with our families, or even prior world situations. We have been through it. We managed to get through it. We survived it. And so one of my questions to you is, have you spent some time looking through your past and past of your friends and family? Perhaps, how have you weathered storms in the past? What things have you done to soothe yourself? What things have you done to help yourself feel better, to help yourself navigate things better rather than allowing yourself just to be crunched, right? And feel like, I can do nothing. So I may as well just either get angry or get really depressed or sad, with nothing in between. So the first thing I want to say to you is, what are you doing to soothe yourself? What are you doing to make yourself feel better? What are you doing to move yourself out of a negative state, if you're in one, to a positive state? Now, one of the things I've been doing for the last few years, I'm going to show one to you, is I've been painting watercolor and drawing. And, no, I'm not the world's greatest. Guess what? I don't have to be. And I was in a funk the last few days, to be honest with you, because my sister, she's finally in an adult family home, but, she's not much longer for this world. And I know it, she knows it. And so anyway, there have been various things happening. I'm not going to go into detail, but as you can imagine, there have been challenges. And so one of the things I do early in the morning, I will paint. And sometimes, I just paint because I feel like painting something, or I saw something on Pinterest. And other times I paint to soothe myself. And this morning, this is what I drew. Let's see if I can get that a little closer to you. And I love what I did with the sky there. I got the different colors. And what I wanted to convey was the peacefulness of the sky. And then the mountain, that mountain is there. And the trees at the bottom. And it's like looking at that mountain and saying to myself, okay, I'm down here in the trees, and so I'm not seeing the sky so well. And gee, there's that big mountain. Do I really want to climb it? And just drawing that out without seeking a solution, but just, drawing it, not drawing, but painting it with watercolor, I just felt better, right? And I don't need to do anything further with it. I did that. That made me feel better. So I ask you, what are the things you do? Because I know you have them. And I would love if you would share them in the comment section. When you want to soothe yourself, what do you do? When you want to move from feeling frustrated or negative and you want to move to a better place, what do you do? I also use oracle cards. I love oracle cards, tarot cards, and I will call on them to just give me an insight into why I'm feeling so funky, what is going on with me, and how can I move from one state to another. And of course, there's meditation. There's so many different tools. So that's number one. I would suggest, have your tools at hand, have them ready, especially in today's world. Be ready to move yourself from a position you may not like to a position that you feel better. The second thing I want to suggest is, how can we serve? The other piece of this is we have been around a while, and we've been through different situations. And how can we, or what can we do to help other people? What from our wisdom can we put out there that will benefit other people? And by that I mean, can you write something on Facebook? Can you start a Substack newsletter where you write things that, share your wisdoms, share your knowledge with other people? Are there ways that you could do something like give a retreat, give an online retreat? I'm thinking, I used to give retreats, and I'm thinking of doing an online one, just a couple of hours, not a full day or anything like that. But what are some ways that you could offer yourself to people? And you don't have to be perfect at whatever it is, but how can you offer to other people support and help right now, and assistance in helping them look towards lighter times, looking beyond life's frustrations and disappointments? Because I think the next 4 years could be very challenging, and I think, and beyond, but especially the next couple of months are going to be really challenging. And I think whatever tools we have, we need to use them for ourselves, but we need to share them with other people, and do it without forcing it on people, do it without saying, hey, I know more than you do. None of that. Just, hey guys, look, here's something that works for me. I'd like to share it with you. Just you sharing with someone else. Maybe give a class, a Zoom class, an in-person class, whatever works for you. And charge a nominal amount or a lot, whatever works for you. But find ways to put yourself out there and to offer to other people who want it and who are looking for it the solace, the help, the motivation that they need right now. So take care of yourself and then offer. What can you do to help others? One of the things that Wayne Dyer said he used to say before every time he walked out on the stage was, how may I serve? How may I serve? How may I serve? And I say that's for us now, to ask ourselves as elders, how may we serve? How may we help other people? Once we've gotten our own house in order, how can we take that and offer it to others? Thanks for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye. Here's a little addendum, because I realized I probably frustrated some of you with the way I was holding this picture. Because when I watched the video back, I went, you can't really see the trees. So here you go. This is what it looks like. Bye.